You ever notice this? You have the perfect device in your hands and somehow you still don't feel like using it. And you bought it. You wanted it. You probably spent an enormous amount of money on it. And it still just sits there. Because logically, for gamers like me and you, it doesn't make sense. These things can do everything now. The Steam Deck, thousands of cheap games on Steam, instant resume, diving into Linux, and the Switch. Instant fun, frictionless fun, designed just to work. So on paper, one of these should be enough. So why does it feel to us like it isn't? So why do you end up reaching for something else? Or even worse, nothing at all? Now, I don't think the problem is the device. I think the problem is what we expect it to be. Some people want that comfort. Some people buy it out of instinct, an impulse buy. Some people, like me, had, growing up, two older brothers who already had an N64, and you used to have to sit there and watch them play. Then when you're a bit older and you got a bit of money, you can actually buy a device for yourself, but you can't just buy one thing. You want all the devices that you saw when you were a kid, and you want them for yourself. We want something that fits every version of us, and that's where it starts breaking. Because the same device doesn't feel the same in every situation. Like I mentioned in my previous video, it's what time you choose the device. So you're choosing the Steam Deck at night lying in bed, it might be the wrong choice. And suddenly a device that felt perfect earlier when you were sat on the sofa feels incredibly challenging when you're in bed at night and you just want 20 minutes. Is it too heavy? Is it too loud? Am I creating friction? Am I scrolling through the UI trying to find a game, spending more time doing that than actually playing? So you start thinking, maybe I need something simpler, like the Switch 2. Not better, just simpler. And here's where things start to get worse, because the Steam Deck is a device that asks more of you. The Steam Deck isn't just, play a game. Most of the time, you've got to go through layers, or launchers, friction points to get even into a game, and you'll find that the moment's lost before you even got into the game. And it can happen on any device as well. You sat there on your UI, choosing a game, scanning through your library for 5 minutes, and you don't commit. And that freedom that everyone talks about with the Steam Deck, at the wrong moment, that's friction. And when you're already tired, you don't want freedom. You want default. This is the part no one really talks about. We don't choose a device for what they can do. We choose it based off how we feel in the moment. Sometimes you're a person who wants immersion. You want to tinker. You want to dive into Linux. Sometimes get lost. And other times you just want simplicity. You want to switch on your device, click a button, and be in. Gaming. And those are for two completely different people. So when you've got a device that tries to do both, it starts to feel wrong. Not because it's bad, it's because it's mismatched. So now you've got this weird situation where you've got a mismatching console. You've got a console that does everything, and you can't ground it. You can't ground it into a device that just does one thing. But it doesn't feel right most of the time. So what do? You don't change your behaviour. You go out and buy another device that fits that one thing you're needing or you feel like you're missing. It's muddying the water. And that's the lie we fall into, because we feel like we need more devices because one of them isn't enough. But that's not really what's happening. What's actually happening is we're trying to use the same device in different states. We're forcing it and expecting it to feel the same. But it won't. It doesn't. So the question is, we're not comparing, it's not which device is better. It's when do these devices make sense to use? Because once you figure that out, you might realize that you only need one device. And this is exactly what I'll be testing next. If you like this sort of content, you know what to do.